Well, I'm back. It's Thursday, the 5th of May, and we have had a ton of rain. You can see the ditch I just mowed yesterday is flowing pretty good. That's why we mowed yesterday. We'll go ahead and open up the cabin. Got a few things that need to be done today, or at least one. And that's in here. Let there be light. There was light. Morning, Mom and Dad. And open up the pavilion. You can see the water that has come in. You can always tell that the lake has risen by the angle of the floating pier. There we go. Oh, there's a bunch of water in the on the roof of the temporary shed. I'll get rid of that in a little bit. It's sprinkling again now. I'll get started here in a second. What we're going to do is open up the pump room, turn it on. The bathrooms are the reasons I'm here. Doing my cousin Eddie duties today. Shitter's full. Pump stayed up at 50 pounds, good. Having the septic pumped today and having the outhouse pumped also. So just open these up. Get some other stuff started here in a minute. I need to also open up the outhouse. Turn the light on so it's bright when they use it. Thought I'd show you the water is running through the ditch. Give you a little idea where it's coming from. There used to be two culverts underneath this road, one down at the other end, and we put them together so that we could have more usable land. You see it's coming out of the woods up there, and it's coming out of the woods down there. I need to dig this end a little deeper so we can get that water flowing out of there. Also, I saw yesterday, other than there are mock strawberries everywhere here. Right there. There's two of them. There's one, there's the other. Those are butterfly weeds that are coming up. Don't know what all this other stuff is other than just weeds. Hopefully it's some wildflowers, but unsure. Tell how hard it rained. It blew knocked the western wallflowers over. I trimmed back the cedar yesterday. Still sprinkling a little bit. One of the things I was going to do while I wait for the septic service is just going to get out the weed eater and weed eat around the bridge and trees and wherever else it needs it. One of the things I need to do is open up the temporary shed. I need to take some pictures of the motor of our riding mower, lawn tractor. I need to order a new fuel pump for it. So that's what I think I'm going to do right now. Yesterday I was able to get down in the ditch and mow it. It was dry today. They say we've had at least 2 inches of rain down here the last 12 hours. Started around midnight. Get my foot on there. There we go. See the water up here? Nice tight fit. Hear that water too. And now John Deere 15 horsepower C-Series design. I'm going to turn this off and take a couple pictures. Well, I got my pictures. It is raining much harder. I'm going back inside. I am not doing any work outside unless it stops raining, and you can see how much rain's fallen by what you see on the lake. Also, that ditch is completely full down at this end again. I'd say the water's up a couple inches. There's several hundred acres that feed this lake. That's why the overflow is so important, to open it up to allow it freer flow out of here. I've got to take some stuff out of the SUV. Go ahead and do that now. Well, the ditch is really flowing right now. We just had a couple of heavy rains come through. It is just barely sprinkling now, so I'm going to try and do a little weed eating. How good am I with one hand? See how quick the water is. All this This was dry yesterday and I mowed down in it. Now it's back filled with water. Shame, I was wanting to get down in there and do the long stuff, but it's now too wet. And the rain's picking up, so I think I'm gonna go back in on the pavilion for a while. As I get this tree and around the deck. And now it has stopped again. Oh, on and off rains. Might as well keep going. I recorded yesterday. Behind the limestone was dry, not dry, but was out of the water. Now you can see the water's back up. If it wasn't so muddy, I'd go over there and check the overflow. Oh, this is soggy. I'm stepping in water. Move these back so I can get around the fire pit. And it's starting to rain again. No surprise. Oh, it's about 10:30 and that's when they're supposed to be here, and I haven't heard from them yet, so hopefully it won't be too much longer. Really hear the water bubbling out of the pipe. Got some grass on you. I'm going to try one-handed, clean up the riffraff here. Don't know what that is, but it looks like it's ready to bloom, so I'm going to leave it for now. That looks like a red bud. Get this without falling in. Water is coming in from the woods. Well, I'm headed back inside. I'll do the outside of the bathroom on that side. Thought I heard a truck coming, but it turned out it's the train way off. So I'm going to set this here out of the rain and take a break. Well, it's 12:30. They finally contacted me. They're going to be here after lunch. And this is what I've had to deal with all day long. Intermittent heavy rains. They've got a flash flood warning out for Sullivan now, so I've done a couple of little jobs, and mostly I'm just sitting around, which is driving me crazy down here. But yeah, the ditches are really flowing now. Rain is starting to subside, but the ditch back here is just filled. And the water coming out of the forest or the woods. I just spotted back here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. The whole bottom of the woods is just soaked. It's underwater, and that's where all this water is coming from. Hopefully I'll only be here for an hour or two more as they come to pump the septic. Not much I can do. I don't have any inside jobs, so I'm just sitting around twiddling my thumbs. Here's after it goes through the culvert and comes down the ditch that I was just mowing yesterday. A lot of water. We don't have any gutters to catch the rain because there's so many leaves. We'd have a problem. So what we have is this river rock around the edge of the pavilion and the whole lodge. Down at the concrete at the foundation, we have a dry well where we ran 4-inch black pipe, and I just thought I'd check because there's been a lot of water going into it. And this is the outlet going into the creek. You can see it's got a very decent flow to it, so that is still working. The water is coming off the roof into the dry well and then makes its way down here. I'd never been here when it was actually flowing this well before, so I'm glad that it's working so well. We have a good flow of water down here. Next thing I'm going to have to look at before I leave, I'm going to go down and check the overflow. It should be flowing really well.
Septic tank's on the back corner of that bathroom. That's the bathroom. Yeah, it's around the corner right here. Wet enough for you today? out there by that ramp or that bridge, and I'll run the hose across there, back up to it.
I'm over here at the overflow. Now the screen could be cleaned, but there is a steady flow of water coming through. I'm gonna have to walk on some of this mud, but it's a lot more solid now that I threw the grass seed on it. We've had a couple of rocks fall down in it. You can see right down in there what rocks came down. The depth looks really good except for right there. Do I go down there and do something about it? I don't know. Let's take a look at the concrete. Concrete's got a good flow going across it, and it's dropping, so that means the water downstream is still flowing good. I do not think I'm going to go down there. I've done enough today, and I don't feel like slipping and sliding, and especially on this mud, and making a mess of myself. The water level's not too bad. At worst, that screen needs to be cleaned. But overall, I think everything's working pretty well. And now the sun wants to come out. Amazing. Oh. Yep. I'm going to do a walk around once we get back, and then we're getting out of here. Well, I'm ready to leave. I got the screen door east side locked, screen door west side locked. All the lights and fans are off. Lock this door. Check, make sure the hot water's off. It is. I've shut all the doors. Let there be no light. There's no light. Lock this door. Pull it shut behind me. We had the septic tank pumped, the outhouse pumped. I sprayed insect spray around the outside and inside of the bathrooms, around the outside and inside of the cabin. I ran the pump until it was up to 50 pounds, so we can check and see what it comes up at. And I went over and checked the overflow, which seems to be working okay. There's a couple of big stones that fell down into the channel that is blocking it just slightly. And I need to go clean those out one day. I've got the model and engine size from the mower. Zip this up now. I ran the weed eater and tried to clean out around the sheds, some of the trees and the pier deck, and that's all I'm doing for the day, and I'm out of here. So until the next time, take care of yourself and stay safe.